Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Good morning. It is Friday, March 16th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Well, if you're listening to this, I guess you survived the Ides of March. Congratulations. That means one more day until St.Paddy's Day, and we've got a whole weekend rundown, but we'll get to that in just a minute. But for now, the news. Mayor Gavin Buckley was elected in November of 2017. He took office on December 4th, and yesterday marked the 100th day in office. I had a chance to sit down with him for about an hour, and we've got an interview on the MarylandCrabs.com, or actually you can find it on eyeonannapolis.net as well. And we talked about everything. We talked about from the budget, a senior prom that he wants to put on the rooftop of the garage, a 3-day music festival, what's going on with City Dock, the Market House, and where the hell he's getting the money to pay for all this. And he's not actually given up on the convention center yet either. So our mayor has a lot of ideas. Whether they come to fruition remains to be seen, but check that out at either eyeonannapolis.net or the MarylandCrabs.com. And I do recommend that you subscribe to the Maryland Crabs podcast. You can do it wherever you get podcasts. We do it every week, and it's a lot of fun, and you will enjoy it. I promise you that. After nearly 25 years on Main Street, O'Brien's Oyster Bar and Restaurant has been sold. Owner Jerry Hardesty, who also owns Middleton Tavern, and Middleton Tavern has not been sold, is scaling back a little bit, and he's going to get into semi-retirement there. And O'Brien's is sort of an iconic place. It's got a Naval Academy flair, always hosts live bands, DJs. They have comedy nights upstairs and everything else. I have not had a chance to talk with Costas, who is the new owner, and they formed a new LLC specifically to buy it, and it's Grillfish LLC. And I will be speaking to him this morning at about 10 o'clock, and I'll have more information about what's going to happen with O'Brien's. Is it going to stay the same? Is it going to be different? Name change, menu change, all of that type of stuff. For a while, I had thought that Seawolf Brewery might be going in there, but apparently not. Last night, Speaker of the House Mike Bush was bragging on Facebook, and it's unusual to see Speaker Bush on Facebook, but he had something to celebrate here. The House had passed 3 gun bills banning bump stocks, the so-called red flag law, which would allow a judge to order gun owners to temporarily surrender their guns if they feel they're a threat to themselves or others, and another law which doesn't really have a cute name, but forbid people that were convicted of domestic violence from owning a firearm. More bad news out of Florida. A 950-ton pedestrian bridge at Florida International University in Miami collapsed yesterday afternoon, killing at least 6 people. At least 8 vehicles were trapped beneath the fallen concrete, and fire officials have not released any identities or conditions of any of those victims. Governor Rick Scott and Senator Marco Rubio flew to the scene where they pledged to figure out what led to the collapse. Of course, their presence there did lead to an internet firestorm because neither of them made an immediate appearance to the scene just a month ago where 17 students were killed, not too far from where this bridge collapsed. That's about it for the news on this Friday. Hang tight. We've got George Young with DMV Weather for your weekend weather forecast, and it does look pretty good. And we have your St. Paddy's Day weekend rundown of our recommendations of the best things to see and do.
I'm Sean ONeill, your local RBC Wealth Management Advisor. When you choose to work with me, you'll have access to a worldwide network of financial products and services only available from a leading global institution. RBC's international reputation for physical strength and stability, world-class capabilities, and corporate values is unique in the financial services industry. I also recognize the importance of reinvesting in the communities in which we live and work, and I'm committed to serving my clients by building long-term relationships based on trust, integrity, and confidence. I look forward to helping you with your wealth management needs. Call me, Sean ONeill, today at 410-573-6723 for a complimentary consultation.
RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC. Member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. we've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and here is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, March 16th. Want more breezy winds? Then today is your day, as we'll once again have breezy skies with gusts up to 30 or more miles per hour, along with plenty of sun and temps in the 40s. As for the weekend, it should be fairly solid overall, but now there's a bit of a chance of some light rain Saturday, and we could even see a few flakes and some sleet mixed in, as a storm off to the west-southwest moves down to our south and briefly tries to move some moisture over all of Anne Arundel County late morning Saturday and early Saturday afternoon. But Sunday should bring a return of sunshine and temps around 50, so get out and enjoy the weekend on the whole. Still tracking a potential significant storm system of some sort next week in the Tuesday to Thursday time frame, but we don't want to say those S words just yet. You know, the ones that rhyme with show and sweet, so stay tuned. Okay, that's it for us today. Download our free weather app on all your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. And of course, follow us at dmvweather.com or on Twitter or Facebook so you can always stay weather informed. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Eye on Annapolis forecast. Have a great weekend out there, whatever you do. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Hi, this is Randy.
And Claudia Boldiga. Please join us and our presenting sponsor, RXNT, on Saturday, April 28th on AAMC's South Campus for Denim and Diamonds Bash. Proceeds will benefit mental health and addiction services in our community. Now more than ever, we need to focus on this critical need.
The bash sold out last year, so don't delay and join us for this fabulous night under the stars. Can't make the party? You can still help by purchasing a raffle ticket.
This year's raffle is a stunning 4-piece amethyst jewelry collection donated by Cezanne Jewelers, valued at $5,000. Only 100 tickets will be sold for the raffle, so don't miss out. For event or raffle tickets, go to aamcdenimanddiamonds.org.
Thanks for your support of Anne Arundel Medical Center's efforts to improve the availability of mental health and addiction services throughout our community.
Remember, it's not just a party, it's a party with a purpose.
Need to make plans for the weekend? We got you covered. Here are our top picks. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for the events newsletter with a listing of all the upcoming area events.
Thank God it's
Well, hopefully Irish eyes are smiling upon you this weekend, because it is all about St. Patrick's Day, and it only comes once every 7 years when St. Patrick's Day is on a weekend. An Annapolis police officer friend of mine said this is the absolute worst day of the year to be a cop. This one and the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So if you're out there partying, be responsible, take an Uber, be safe. But let's get right into it. Tonight, Reagan Years at Union Jacks gets underway at 9 p.m. And from what I understand, former WNAV news director Rachel Harvey Jones has now joined the band, and she will be singing with them as well. On St. Paddy's Day, if you want to get in some activity before the revelry, Navy men's lacrosse is taking on Loyola at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, which incidentally was just a hockey rink not too long ago. You can get in for $5. The game is 1:30 p.m. Union Jacks has a huge St. Patrick's Day celebration. It gets underway at 9 o'clock with free admission. There is a free breakfast. A little bit later on, you're going to see Dublin 5, Weird Science, and the Amish Outlaws playing there. All of the Ram's Head locations have 3 or 4 bands playing there. They have a progressive drink menu, and they get a little bit more expensive as the day goes along. And Ram's Head does throw a good party, so you can go to any Ram's Head and be sure to have a good party. If you're looking for a more authentic Irish thing, because after all, Union Jacks is British, and Ram's Head is Annapolitan, head on over to Brian Boru, Killarney House, or Galway Bay, or even Fido in Annapolis. All of them are throwing great parties. All of them have great live entertainment. You won't be disappointed. And they've got great Irish fare as well. Looking for something to do on Sunday afternoon after you sleep it off a little bit? And this was a huge success for the Summit School when they did this, but it is Designer Handbag Bingo. And this is put on by the Zonta Club. It'll be at the Elks Lodge, which is at 2 Pythian Drive, right there off of Route 2. Gets underway at noon. Actually, the doors open at noon. Bingo starts at 1 p.m. Your $30 at the door will get you 20 games to play, and you can buy additional games at the door as well. They will have food there. They will have drink. It's a lot of fun, and I've been tempted to go play bingo. So you just might see me there with my dauber. I don't know that I've got a dauber, but I'm sure they give you daubers. And I'm kind of embarrassed that I know the word dauber. And that's what we've got for the weekend rundown. Again, please, if you're out celebrating, which you probably are, be safe, be reasonable, be responsible. I want you here listening on Monday. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.